Hey, it's Seth from Citizens Disability. Today I'm going to tell you what you need to know about applying for Social Security disability insurance benefits in the Tar Heel State, North Carolina. Every state is different. That's obvious and everyone knows it. But what's less obvious, what most folks don't know, is that applies to SSDI claims or Social Security disability insurance claims as well. Because of the way the Social Security Administration structures this process, the state you live in can have a real effect on an applicant's waiting times and on their likelihood of winning their benefits at each step of the process. Now, we track this data pretty closely. We've updated our numbers as we do every year in February, so this North Carolina data is certified fresh for 2021. Now, as you may know from watching some of our other videos, and there's plenty of them, there's basically 3 steps in the SSDI application process. There's the initial application, reconsideration, and the hearing. Now, those first 2 steps, the initial application and reconsideration, are handled at the state level by state-run disability determination services, agencies who work on behalf of the Social Security Administration and who follow all the same rules and all the same regulations. Now, as you can see from this chart coming in from the right, over the past year in North Carolina, about 34.3% of initial applications for SSDI benefits were approved. And you can see how that compares here to this national average of 38.4%, and it's a difference of 4.1% behind the curve trailing that average. You can also see how North Carolina has done over the years, going back to 2010, and we can see that North Carolina has trailed that national average going back basically for the whole decade. As we made this video in February 2021, North Carolina ranks 44th in the nation in the terms of rate of approvals at the initial level. Key takeaway here, in North Carolina, about 2 out of every 3 initial applications for disability benefits are being denied. Now, if those odds make you a little bit worried, thinking about your own potential claim, it's understandable, but there's no reason to panic, okay? First reason not to panic is people like us here at Citizens Disability, specialized disability advocates who can help with the application process to improve a claimant's chances of success at each stage. And if you want to see how an advocate could help you with your claim, you can just click this little banner up here in the top right. You can watch a video all about it. Second reason not to panic is that being denied at initial application does not have to be the end of the road. And that's because when people get denied at initial application, typically they're going to appeal that denial and they're going to ask for reconsideration, or recon as we call it. Reconsideration is also handled at the state level. And as this chart coming in from the right is going to show you, it is indeed actually pretty rare for people to get approved at that second stage, reconsideration. And you can see that's reflected in both the North Carolina data here and the national data. North Carolina, with an approval rate of 12.1% at recon, is a little bit below the national average at 13.7%. And you can see how North Carolina, again, has done over the last 10 years, going back to 2010. And just like at the initial application level, North Carolina is also trailing at recon, going back basically the whole decade. So overall, in 2021 so far, North Carolina ranks 37th in the nation in terms of approval at reconsideration. Now, the majority of people who apply for SSDI benefits in the United States do have to go to that third stage of the process called the hearing, and that's going to be definitely true for applicants from North Carolina as well. Now, we got a ton of data, a ton of information for you to learn about the hearing on our website, also other videos here on YouTube, if you want to get all the details on the hearing. You can even see what a hearing is actually like. Just click this little banner up here in the top right. The short version is, if you've been denied at reconsideration, you're going to appeal that denial and you're going to go to a hearing in front of an administrative law judge who works on behalf of the Social Security Administration at the federal level. And this is another area where all the states are very different. Most states have at least one, but usually several, SSA hearing locations throughout the state. And each individual office has their own waiting times and their own approval rates. In this chart coming in from the right, you can see how North Carolina fares on average across all the offices against that national average for approval rate at hearing. And it looks like through 2020 and into 2021 so far, North Carolina is coming in with a fairly solid 59.6% on average. Compare that to this national average of 51.1%. North Carolina at the hearing level actually ranks 4th in the nation. Now, when you appeal and you ask for a hearing, we should warn you, it can totally happen. And of course, we have a video all about that too. You can just click on the little banner up there. When it comes to hearing waiting times for North Carolina, you can see them here in these blue bars. We got a national average of 11.4 months of waiting time before the hearing. We can see that across the state for North Carolina, the average is 11.6 months, just a tiny bit slower. As you can see, we have more than one hearing location in North Carolina. You can see that the shortest waiting time in the state is Raleigh, with a waiting time of 9.2 months. Respectable. That's pretty good. The longest waiting time in the state is Greensboro, with a waiting time of 13.9 months. Overall, North Carolina does have that slightly longer average hearing waiting time than the national average, with 2 of their 4 offices coming in with over a 13-month wait. You can also see that each office has its own approval rates. Those are the red bars here. In looking at the 2020 data leading into 2021, we can see that the best situation is Fayetteville with an approval rate of 66.5%. That's really good. Things are less rosy looking, though, at the Raleigh office with an approval rate of 54.4%, but that's still good. All 4 of North Carolina's offices are well above that national average. That's a good thing. So in looking at our data overall, we can see that for approval rates at hearing, North Carolina currently ranks 4th in the nation, while for hearing waiting times, North Carolina ranks 25th in the nation. Now, the important thing to remember here, though, is that these waiting times that we're talking about for North Carolina as a state and for these individual offices, those are average waiting times. Some folks may get their hearings quicker than those average times, but some people are going to have to wait longer, sometimes even a lot longer than these average numbers that we just showed you. Now, we got a lot more data about North Carolina at our website, www.citizensdisability.com. You can check it out. Come visit us. Click on our state-by-state page and click into your state. We update our data every year so you can stay current on what's happening and have up-to-date information at your fingertips. Believe me, it changes every year. Now, if you are thinking about applying for SSDI benefits, no matter where you are in the country or what the approval rates look like there, we strongly encourage you to please get help from a disability advocate, like us here at Citizens Disability, or a local specialist attorney. Especially after looking at all of these approval rate numbers, you want to have the best possible chance at getting approved for your claim. That's what an advocate can help you with. At Citizens Disability, we've been helping regular folks all across America apply for and win their SSDI benefits, and we've been doing it for over a decade. No advocacy group is more aggressive than we are, and no one handles more cases per year than we do. And if you'd like to see if we can help you, no problem, just come visit us. Again, it's www.citizensdisability.com, or you can just call us at the number on the screen. Hey, thanks for watching our video about applying for SSDI benefits in the Tar Heel State, North Carolina. If you liked what you saw here and you want to see more, do us a favor, hit that subscribe button down there and then ring the bell so you can get a notification when we publish more videos. And do us another favor, tell us what you think in the comments section down there. We got a ton of content on the SSDI process, how it all works and how we can help you. So please feel free to explore both our website and here on YouTube. I hope I see you again soon for another video. Until then, I'll just say thanks for watching and of course, have a great day.